What happens when one of America's most beloved TV hosts decides to step away from the spotlight at the peak of her career? For Hoda Kotb, it wasn't about slowing down. It was about stepping into the most important role of her life, being a mom. Behind the bright lights of the Today Show studio and the millions of viewers who tuned in every morning, Hoda's heart belonged to a much smaller, far more precious audience. Her two beautiful daughters, Haley and Hope, and her journey to motherhood is nothing short of inspiring. In January 2025, Hoda Kotb signed off from NBC's Today Show after nearly 2 decades of laughter, heartfelt interviews, and unforgettable moments. Viewers knew her as the warm, optimistic coanchor who could brighten any morning, no matter how gloomy. But off camera, another chapter was quietly unfolding, one filled with challenges, hope, and the kind of love that changes everything. Hoda's path to becoming a mother wasn't straightforward. Like many women, she faced personal hurdles and life circumstances that made the dream of having children feel out of reach for years. Her demanding career in broadcast journalism meant early mornings, relentless schedules, and constant travel. But it wasn't just timing that stood in her way. Hoda had also faced significant health challenges earlier in life. In 2007, she underwent treatment for breast cancer, a battle that took an emotional and physical toll. The treatment left her unable to conceive naturally. For a long time, Hoda quietly accepted that motherhood might not be in her future. She poured her heart into her career, her friendships, and her charitable work. But deep down, she still carried the dream of one day having a family of her own. That dream reignited in her early 50s when she decided to explore adoption. For Hoda, it wasn't about age or societal expectations. It was about love. She knew she had more than enough to give, and she was ready to open her heart and her home. In 2017, her life changed forever when she adopted her first daughter, Haley Joy. The moment she held Haley in her arms, Hoda knew her life had entered a new, more meaningful chapter. She often described the experience as like suddenly having your heart live outside your body. Haley brought joy, laughter, and a sense of completeness that Hoda had been longing for. Just 2 years later, in 2019, Hoda's family grew again with the adoption of her second daughter, Hope Catherine. Becoming a mom to 2 young girls in her 50s was not without its challenges, sleepless nights, endless energy, and the chaos that comes with raising little ones. But Hoda embraced every moment with gratitude. She often spoke about how motherhood had completely shifted her perspective on life, teaching her patience, unconditional love, and the beauty of slowing down. For years, Hoda balanced the demands of the Today Show with the equally demanding role of being a single mom. She would wake up at 3 a.m. to get to the studio, deliver the news with her signature warmth and energy, and then rush home to spend the rest of the day with Haley and Hope. Her colleagues often admired her ability to juggle it all while never losing her trademark smile. But by late 2024, Hoda began to feel the pull of home more strongly than ever. Her daughters were growing fast. Haley was 8, and Hope was 6, and she didn't want to miss these precious years. She realized that the long hours and relentless pace of morning television were taking time away from the moments that mattered most. School drop-offs, bedtime stories, family dinners, and simple afternoons spent together. So, in January 2025, Hoda made the bittersweet decision to step away from Today. It was not an easy choice. The show had been her second home for nearly 20 years, and her co-anchors were like family. But as she explained to viewers during her emotional farewell, "I've loved every second of this job, but I have 2 little girls waiting for me at home, and I don't want to miss another second with them." The news sparked an outpouring of love and support from fans across the country. Many praised Hoda for prioritizing family over career, a decision that resonated deeply with working parents everywhere. Social media was flooded with messages thanking her for being an inspiration, not only as a journalist, but also as a mother. Now, with more time at home, Hoda is focused on creating the kind of childhood she always dreamed of giving her daughters. She takes them to school, helps with homework, and enjoys spontaneous adventures, whether it's baking cookies in the kitchen or exploring New York City's parks and museums. She's also been candid about the ups and downs of parenting, sharing that it's not always picture perfect, but it's always worth it. Hoda's journey to motherhood is a testament to perseverance, hope, and the belief that it's never too late to follow your heart. She has shown that family is not defined by biology or traditional timelines, but by love, commitment, and the willingness to be present. Her story continues to inspire women around the world who are navigating their own paths to parenthood, reminding them that there's no right way to build a family, only the way that feels right for you. Even though she's no longer on our screens every weekday morning, Hoda Kotb remains a beacon of positivity. She's proof that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from something you love in order to fully embrace something you love even more. In the end, her greatest legacy won't be the interviews she's conducted or the awards she's won. It will be the two little girls who call her mom. And for Hoda Kotb, that's the role of a lifetime.